The man rushed to work, his mind solely focused on clocking in. But he didn't notice that a teacup was embedded in the back of the security guard's head. Nor did he see bloodstains on the elevator door. Several corpses lay scattered in the aisles. Jason hurried past, ignoring them all. Back at his desk, he just turned on the computer. Jason, who was often late, was called into the manager's office. He thought he was going to be scolded again, especially seeing the manager holding a pencil.
The manager's eyes were fierce, and Jason guiltily glanced at the floor. He saw a colleague impaled with pencils like a hedgehog. Terrified out of his wits, he quickly confessed his fault.
He promised never to be late again.
No sooner had he spoken than Jason was kicked out of the office. Even more terrifyingly, colleagues who heard the commotion
all stood up. Their eyes were vacant, but they moved swiftly. His legs gave way in fear, and he quickly hid in an office to block their view.
Jason slowly turned around and saw a colleague.
He was still concentrating on his work but seemed extremely irritable.
He cursed angrily while taking a sip from the drink on his desk.
Jason suddenly remembered seeing many identical drinks in the pantry yesterday. Could this be connected to his colleague's bizarre behavior?
Thinking this, he decided to leave.
He accidentally unplugged the computer and realized the file wasn't saved. The colleague went berserk on the spot and hurled Jason several meters away.
But Jason,
protected by plot armor,
pulled a wooden plank from the wall and finished him off in one move.
Shaken, Jason hid in an office, realizing the crazed colleagues were working frantically. So he mimicked their frenzied work pace.
His colleagues completely failed to notice the imposter. After escaping the work floor, Jason was ready to flee the building, but caught sight of his girlfriend's gift watch. Suddenly remembering she was trapped in marketing, he gritted his teeth and doubled back. Ellie's private office proved crucial. Her noise-canceling headphones had blocked the chaos outside, but the ominous black drink sat half-empty on her desk. When Jason tried to confiscate it, he knocked it over instead. Ellie snapped, delivering a groin strike that nearly ended him. Jason realized she was infected, but the partial dose allowed brief moments of lucidity. Yet any trigger could instantly reignite her work frenzy.
Jason cold-cocked Ellie and strapped her to a cot. As they prepared to exit via stairs, managers' work-crazed mob surged toward them.
They ducked into a supply closet. The door clicked shut just as
a figure emerged from the shadows. It was Ali, an uninfected colleague who'd been hiding there. He joined Jason's escape mission, forming a trio. Through the door crack, they witnessed finance department squaring off against marketing. Manager demanded marketing submission as underlings. Marketing VP shot back, "Without my client deals,
you'd all be bankrupt. Everyone here would starve."
Manager responded by hurling a crushed drink bottle like a grenade.
The big shot got decapitated instantly, leaving the leaderless mob in chaos. All marketing colleagues switched sides, even the few who refused to yield, were quickly torn apart by the enraged crowd, with the manager leading the horde to the next department.
Jason's trio finally got their chance to escape.
Departmental warfare was raging in the stairwell, and the elevators were down for who knows how long, leaving the vents as our only exit. But Bound L was too stiff to even fit through the vent. They had to regroup and devise another plan. Jason suddenly had a brainwave, smash a window. He grabbed the office printer before L and the others could stop him.
The violent impact activated the building's defense mechanism.
Armor plating instantly enveloped the entire structure. Turns out we're in a weapons manufacturer, built with top-tier security protocols.
L ranted, "It's
literally in the employee handbook."
Clearly, Jason never bothered to read it. Now only the boss knows the security override code.
So they must reach the fifth-floor executive office to escape.
The corridors teemed with frenzied colleagues attacking each other. Jason's group reused their work-crazed disguise tactic, fooling the infected coworkers once more. But after 3 seconds of relief, an 80-year-old woman grew suspicious. Shattering her cup,
she lunged at them claws first.
Jason held a potted plant, but the attacker vanished instantly.
Next moment, the crone was atop Ollie,
her dull teeth giving them just enough time to break free unscathed. Not long after, they arrived at the HR department.
The place was swarming with frenzied employees, whose combat prowess was every bit as formidable as the men's. The trio planned to proceed in disguise, but unexpectedly an elderly man burst in. He hadn't consumed the drink, and his panicked demeanor gave away his identity.
Female employees closed in rapidly, cornering the old man. Jason had a sudden inspiration and made a fake announcement over the PA system,
calling all HR personnel to an urgent meeting in the conference room. The plan worked perfectly, until his careless remark blew their cover. Whoa.
Just as the female staff were about to vent their rage violently,
Ellie quickly tapped into
her gossip skills. She concocted wild rumors, skillfully
turning them against their managers.
The female employees began attacking their own supervisors, allowing the trio to rescue the elderly man. Next, they just needed to get through customer service.
to reach the CEO's penthouse office.
But these employees, normally forced to cower before customers, were now unleashing their frustrations completely.
They attacked on sight. No negotiation possible.
Jason's group knew their only option was to fight through. They raided the supply closet for weapons while Jason untied Ellie.
Eyed Ellie. So she could defend herself too.
Armed and ready, the four stormed into customer service.
Their fighting prowess proved shockingly effective.
Holding their own against the work-crazed staff.
Especially Ellie. After drinking, she easily took on 3 of them. Suddenly, a survivor lunged at Jason.
Urgently warning, don't drink that stuff. But Ali mistook him for an infected and swung his axe without hesitation. Jason's mouth twitched, but he didn't call him out on the mistake.
After dealing with all the infected with some close calls, they finally reached the 5th floor.
They shouted at the office door to open up, but the manager inside saw Jason's group covered in blood and refused point-blank to open the door. As they were at a standoff, a cleaner happened to open the side door, allowing the 4 to force their way in.
Jason immediately demanded to know what those cursed drinks really were. The boss explained it was
a weapon agent developed by
the company, originally meant for military use, but issues were found during testing.
So it was sealed in storage. He had no idea how employees ended up drinking it. Thinking of his infected girlfriend, Jason urgently asked where the antidote was. The boss shrugged indifferently. He'd never considered it, making Jason furious enough to lash out. But the boss smugly revealed that the building's defense system
required his fingerprint. If he wasn't happy,
nobody was leaving. No sooner had he spoken than the manager stormed in with his henchmen. His ferocious expression suggested years of the boss's oppression.
Yet the boss remained relaxed inside. Boasting the door was designed by top-tier security experts and impenetrable to anyone.
But the manager spotted a flaw. If the door wouldn't break,
he'd smash through the wall.
The building was notoriously shoddy construction. After just a few swings,
the wall crumbled apart.
Jason's group scrambled into an inner room while the boss desperately fired at the invading infected, but hopelessly outnumbered. As chaos escalates, the boss curses wildly.
Mid-reload, he gets his arm slashed by the manager.
His spear clatters onto the desk. The manager advances wordlessly and ruthlessly finishes off the ruthless boss. Seeing the tide turn, Jason quickly "We've quit already." But the manager ignores him, grabbing the boss's severed hand to unlock security systems, leaving 2 lackeys to finish off Jason's group. Though down to his last bullet, Jason flashes an idea and ingeniously takes out both zombies with 1 shot. The threat's gone, but Ellie's condition worsens.
Clearly the beverage's effects kicking in. They must find the antidote immediately. Jason heads toward D with Ellie and runs into Dr. Will, the department head. After questioning him, the full story emerges.
Under crushing deadlines from the boss,
to deliver combat-enhancing drinks to the military in 2 weeks. Dr. Will's ingredient request got held up by accounting. Endlessly delayed. Forced to improvise, he substituted alternative compounds,
creating this sanity-draining dark beverage instead.
When the batch failed, the boss raged. Resentful staff smuggled
the quarantined drinks into the break room. Luckily, Dr. Will had developed an antidote,
stored in the 1st floor warehouse. But the managers commandeered that area now, using the boss's hand to activate building defenses,
plotting worldwide distribution of the dark beverage stockpile. To rescue Ellie, Jason and Ali decided to take a gamble.
They smashed the display case glass and grabbed an arsenal. But as they stealthily entered the warehouse, the manager spotted them on surveillance.
A horde of workaholic employees swarmed in, Ali's flamethrower barely holding them off. Jason had a brainwave. He hurled the functional beverage away. As the distraction worked, he unleashed machine gun fire. Their perfect teamwork neutralized the frenzied employees swiftly.
Jason secured the antidote from the shelves. Just as they turned to leave, a missile screen tore. Shockingly, the manager emerged piloting the prototype mech.
Overwhelming firepower pinned them down.
Jason tossed Ollie the antidote. Save Ellie. Go!
He stayed to stall the mech. Taunting the manager, he drew aggression, but got grabbed mid-retreat.
The mech's cannon swung toward Jason. A shell whizzed past. Critical timing. Recovered, Ellie charged in for backup.
The trio laid explosives while retreating. When the mech closed in, Jason detonated. Nothing. Just silence. Typical company quality control, he muttered.
While mentally roasting QA, he lobbed a trigger mine. The mech's blind spot proved fatal. It didn't see it coming. The explosion shredded both manager and his
up legion. They escaped through the chaos.
That pretty much puts an end to the office chaos.